listening to, I say you are listening to, you are absolutely listening to the George Espenlaub Show, coming to you live from the Funny Farm. Now, with no further ado, here comes Georgie!
Yay, yay, yay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. December 26, 2019. Wow. As I said on our live show this morning, I'm just as confused on December 26, 2019, as I was December 24th, 2019. So nothing's changed here. It's still the same for Espenlaub. But whether you're down the street, around the corner, across America, or somewhere around this great big world, I'm delighted to have you tonight. Thank you for coming to spend a few moments with me. We jumped on here tonight just to give you some updates and whatevers and whatnots and, what you call it, and thingamajigs and all those other things that we that we do or don't do around here at the Funny Farm. And yes, you are listening to us live from the Funny Farm on this, as I already stated, December 26, 2019. For some of you that are listening, or our friends that's down under, it's already December 27th. So I hope your day is going fine. Our evening is going fine. I got here to the studio a little later than I usually do. I was out and about, spending some time with family, and wow, time just snuck up on me and went right by me before I realized what hit me. But that's the way it usually is around here. Miss Ernestine, this whole gang is in a festive mood throughout the entire year. But particularly in the Christmas season, they really get festive. And although we haven't been on the air, it's been continual music here at the farm, continual dancing here at the farm, shenanigans here at the farm, and anything else that anyone can think about has been taking place here at the Funny Farm during the Christmas festivities. And it's going to continue for the rest of the week, and then we move into that New Year's Eve thing, and I'm looking forward to that. So things are a little out of sort, as they always are around here. This time it's a little more than usual, but nonetheless, nonetheless, that is to be expected when you live in a place called our world here at the Funny Farm. Miss Ernestine has the gang out there. They've been dancing since morning time. A bunch will move in and they'll play music and dance and do their thing, and then they'll mosey off to take a little rest, and another group moves in. Miss Ernestine, I don't know how she does it, but she continually stays out there, and she gets these guys and girls going. I mean, she is non-stop. Of course, she is known the world over as the greatest journalist that has ever lived. There goes those bells. Naturally, it's the Funny Farm. She is known the world over as the world's greatest journalist, but also she is a former sumo wrestler. She took down some of the best. I mean, some of the biggest, some of the best, some of the baddest. I mean, nobody messes with Miss Ernestine. Just ask Harvey about that. He'll tell you. She'll punch you out in a heartbeat. But anyhow, she is one fabulous character here at the Funny Farm, and she is just hard at it. And she's out there waving her little arms, she wants our attention. Charlie, you understand what she's saying? You do. I believe, Charlie, and you tell me if I'm right. I believe she wants music, and she wants this gang to get to dancing all over again. She got a fresh bunch in here. They look revigorated. They look like they're ready to go. Is that what you're reading? Yeah. All right. So let's get this new group that's out on the Funny Farm dance floor. Let's get them all hepped up, whatever you want to call it. And Charlie, you hit the doodads over there. We'll get the whatchamacallit going, and Miss Ernestine and the gang will be happy. So I'll be back after this. All right, they're up and ready. They're up, wound up, and ready to go. Ah, that's my kind of people. My kind of people. Hey, I hope that each and every one of you had a very, very Merry Christmas with family and friends. And I know on the reverse side of that, there are some sad times during this time of the year. And our hearts and our prayers go out to each and every one of those individuals that may be facing some tough times this time of year. So let's always remember everyone. You know, a little tap on the shoulder, a little hug, a little smile might go a long way in lifting somebody's spirits and bringing them out of dark, deep depression. So let's remember all those things. I want to say thank you so very, very much. This morning at 12 o'clock noon, we had a live show with Mr. Ed Temple, Mr. Randy Osborne. Both of those are out of Columbus, Ohio, and Dr. Kent Hovind out of Alabama. We had a tremendous, tremendous hour of discussion. We discussed creation, school choice. I call them the teachers three. This trio, when you get them together, I mean, time goes by so swiftly, but it is such an interesting subject. We could spend hours and hours and hours and hours, and we will do that in the future because we'll have all these individuals back on again. If you missed it, please go to the George Espenlaub Show on Facebook, and you can view the video there for yourself. We have over 1,000 views already. I checked before I went on the air. We have over 1,000 views already on that show that we did at 12 o'clock noon today, and we appreciate that. We ask you that you not only watch it, but start a watch party. And this is what happens. When you start a watch party, that video goes to your news feed, and it reaches people that's on your friends list. You reach people by starting a watch party that we can't reach, and we appreciate it so very, very, very much. And it's reaching around the world. And we had a tremendous time today, so please go to the George Espenlaub Show on Facebook, and there you can see this morning's or high noon. I call it high noon. You can see today's show with Ed Temple, Randy Osborne, and Dr. Kent Hovind. I'll get it right. A tremendous, tremendous show we had, and like I said, we've had over 1,000 views thus far. So let's keep this thing going. It is of vital importance that we get this message out, and we are relying on you, our viewers and our listeners, down the street, around the corner, across America, and around the world. Charlie wants to do it one more time. This is one of his favorites. He has claimed this as his favorite. But then he'll find something else and he'll claim that is his favorite too. So this is his favorite for the moment. Out of control.
Oh, I'm slipping away. So don't let me go, nah, 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 nah. I'm all up in that love haze. So where do we go, nah, nah? Just let me know that I am safe here in your arms. I wanna stay, stay,
Charlie just having him a time of his life over there. He loves that. He loves it. Yes, Charles. Yes, Charles. Miss Ernestine calls him Charles. Sometimes I get goofy and I call him Charles. But yes, Charles, I know what you want. And yes, you can do it again later on. I promise. In case you don't know, that's one of his favorites. And he wants to play that song again. I mean, he just gets into it. It's exciting and fun to watch. But nonetheless. Hey, I was going to say something, and like Espenlaub always does, just as it's ready to come out, it goes away. I hate when that happens. But anyhow, I have a message from, let me read it here, let me get it here, from Maxine and Walter. If you don't know who Maxine and Walter is, go to Facebook and type in that little block, that search thingy. Unicorn Chasin', that's Chasin. Unicorn Chasin' with Maxine and Walter. Many of you know who Maxine and Walter is. But Maxine insisted, in fact, before I left where I was with family and friends, she stuck this in my hand and said, now don't you dare forget it. And when Maxine says, don't you dare forget it, you better not forget it. Because woe be unto you. Anyhow, she wants me to tell all of our listeners down the street, around the corner, across America, and around the world that her and Walter appreciates each and every one of you. Number one, she appreciates the fact that you support the radio show, and she appreciates the fact that you support the live stream shows that we do, and she wants you to know from her and Walter, from the depths of their heart, they are so appreciative of you supporting Maxine and Walter's Ring Bum parties on Facebook. They have them live a couple, 3 times a week. They have hundreds and hundreds of followers, and people come, and they not only purchase these beautiful rings that Maxine reveals, but they have a good time. They play games, they laugh, they talk about the simplest, the most craziest stuff. Sometimes sometimes the people that are viewing Maxine and Walter's lives will cause you to laugh tears. I mean, it is amazing what people can come up with when you get a conversation going. Maxine and Walter wants me to make sure that I tell you, all their followers and all their viewers, that they appreciate you from the depths of their heart. And they are looking for a tremendous time to be had come 2020. You have supported them. You have just captured their hearts, and they want you to know that you are appreciated and you are loved. So there. Maxine, I know you're listening somewhere because you always are. And how do I know that? Because the nights that I'm supposed to say something and I forget, or it slips my mind, or I lose my piece of paper, it's not too long after I hook up with Walter and Maxine that I hear about it. So I know she's out there listening. I hope I did what you wanted me to do, Maxine. If I didn't, I'm sure you're going to tell me.
I've hung around this place too long. It's time for me to be moving on. Moving on. Yes, it is. the stars have drawn it. That's why I'm in the wind. That's where you'll find me. I'm in the wind, long, long gone. Let me tell you, a new day begins where nothing binds me. I'm letting go of all that's ever been. I'm in the wind. Oh yeah. It might seem bold, headless and careless, heading out in the cold with no direction clear. But let me tell you, I heard a YouTube guru say something that rang true to me, that life puts all the best things on the other side of it. And that's why I'm in the wind. That's where you'll find me. I'm in the wind, long, long gone. Let me tell you, a new day begins where nothing binds me. I'm letting go of all that's ever been. I'm in the wind. Oh yeah. I'm in the wind. That's where you'll find me. I'm in the wind, long, long gone. Let me tell you, I'm in the wind. Don't you know my baby, baby, baby? That's where you'll find me. Keep on looking, baby, keep on looking. I'm in the wind. You know I'm long, 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 yeah. Let me tell you, yeah. New day begins where nothing binds me. Nothing binds me. Letting go of all that's ever been. I'm in the wind.
The Swinging 60s. The Swinging 60s. The Swinging 60s. The Swinging 60s Show with Harry Burke on Spreaker.com.
Hey, this is Harry over here in Ireland. Welcome you to the Swinging 60 Show. Sunday evenings, 2000 hours GMT. I will play Beatles, Kinks, Beach Boys, Carpenters, Elvery Brothers, lots of classic oldies. We have quizzes. We have all things going on here. So Google the Swinging 60 Show. Be heard. Come into the chat room.
And that's my good friend Harry Burke over there in Northern Ireland. So look him up. Google him. Harry Burke, the Swingin' 60s Show. I want to say, from me and to all the members of this crazy gang here at the Funny Farm, thank you so very, very much for your support. I say it often, but I really want to emphasize that tonight. Thank you so very, very much for your support. We were off the air for quite some time until we came back just this past July. The last 5 months have been a lot of fun. There have been some challenges. There has been some wonderment on my part. But nonetheless, we have had a fantabulous, that's an Espenlaub word, we have had a fantabulous 5 months since we returned to the air. We are looking forward to 2020. We are anticipating and we are hopeful that we can make a bigger and better show. But it's all because of you. The time that we spent off, and it was a considerable amount of time that we were not on the air, the time that we spent off, there wasn't very many time periods where people wasn't saying, either by email or some other communication, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? When we came back, I think it was around, July 8th? It wasn't long after the 4th of July. When we came back, we hit the ground running. And I didn't even anticipate that we would hit the ground running like that. But nonetheless, we did. And it's all because of you, our listeners. And now our listeners and our viewers with the live stream shows that we do. It's all because of you. So we're anticipating a great, great time in 2020. And we thank you for your support. This whole crazy bunch here at the Funny Farm thanks you. Are we silly? You bet we are. Are we goofy? Uh-huh. Are we sometimes our bubble not in the center? All the time. But listen, we get serious when we have to get serious. We get funny when we get funny. It don't take us much to get funny. We have a good time, and we like to live, and that's what it's all about. We want to reach people, and when you hear me say so many times, all we want to do is bring a smile to your lips. If we can make you laugh, we'll even be happy. We mean that. We mean that. Because you see, we live just like you. And sometimes life can be pretty stiff. Sometimes it just punches you right in your face. And there's nothing you can do about it. And so we all go through those dark, deep valleys. There's times that it seems like the sun will never shine again. There's times that it seems like it'll be nighttime forever. But there's a scripture that says, joy cometh in the morning. So, in every one of our lives, regardless of the traumas, the tragedies, the heartaches, and the pain, there will be some days of sunshine. And so when we say we want to bring a smile to your lips, that we mean that. We mean that. When we say that we want to make you laugh, we mean that. Our purpose is to lift you up, uplift your spirit, so that you can face another hour, another day, another week, another month. We're getting ready to wrap up another year. Here we are, at the end of 2019. I don't know about you, but last year my New Year's resolution was, I'm not making a New Year's resolution. No, I'm not doing it. I'm just going to continue living day by day, whether it's the last day of 2019 or the first day of 2020. I'm going to live day by day, because that is the day that we have to live. So I thank you from the depths of my heart. Let me take this call. See who we got here. And who do we have here? You're listening to the George Espenlaub Show.
Pops, is that you?
Oh, boy. Yes, Gertrude, that's me. What's wrong?
Well, nothing's wrong. I just saw the lights on in the shack, and I was thinking, Pops surely ain't in there the day after Christmas. I thought he would be on vacation. But apparently I was wrong. I wanted to make sure everything's okay up there.
Gertrude, you don't hear the music and the people dancing and partying here at the Funny Farm Radio Studio?
Pots. You know that I don't hear that good, and my eyesight's failing me. I just saw the glimmer of the light, and I thought I better check this out before I call the police.
Oh, you're going to call Travis because he's the chief of police here.
No. I was calling the police. The real police.
He
Not Travis or travesty. I was calling the police.
So
I want somebody that's going to get the job done. You know what I mean?
So Gertrude, you don't hear us up here having a great big party.
No, I missed that part, Pop. I'm just not with the holiday spirit.
Ah, well, did you have a good time yesterday?
Well, you know, everything was going great Christmas Eve.
Uh-huh.
And I went out on the porch to out of smoke. My pipe.
Uh-huh.
And I almost got run over by a reindeer.
No, surely not.
Yes, I think they mistaken me for Nancy Pelosi. I was so worked up. And I tried to call Mrs. Claus and tell her about him being so close to me. Look, you don't get close to Mama. Not that close. No. I don't know you.
So
Boy.
So were you able to get through to Mrs. Claus?
No. You know, them elves, they ruin everything. Putting me on hold from one elf to the other. First it was Nick, then there was Bob, and then there was somebody named Shirley. Where she came from, I'm not sure. But my dear God, I never did get Mrs. Claus. Somebody said she was trying to fix his suit. Because he laughed so hard he split his pants when he almost got me. He had to run back to the house and regroup. Oh, geez.
So those elves just kept passing and passing and passing you off.
Just like when you call for the cable or your phone, or you got a problem at the bank, you get somebody from Puerto Rico or some manual labor. I just don't get it. Yeah.
And they would
just what?
And they wouldn't patch you through to Mrs. Claus.
No, you know how they do. I'll have to speak to my supervisor. Well, I don't want to speak to your supervisor. Move me on through.
Well, Gertrude.
Listen, I don't have a problem with any of them peeps, but when I want to talk to the big boss, I want the big boss.
Well, do you happen to know her personally?
Yeah, I think her name's Sarah.
Sarah Claus?
Yeah.
Oh, you know her personally. Okay.
Well, we're not really on a first-name basis, but I saw her on Facebook. She's one of my Facebook friends. Yeah.
Well,
you know, I mean, does that count for something?
Well, I mean, if you know her personally, that means that you know her. I mean, you have spoken to her. She has spoken to you, and you are like one-on-one. You know each other.
No.
No.
That's not what Facebook friends is all about.
Oh.
I think you better go back in and check the rules.
Oh.
If you friend me, I am your friend. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah.
You have to unfriend me to get rid of me.
So the elves just passed you off, and you never did get to Mrs.
Yes. First they sent me to Puerto Rico, then to the Dominican Republic. Then the next thing I know, I was over in Japan.
So they just passed you all around the world, and you never did get to the North Pole, huh?
No. And I just wanted to tell him what I thought about him. I mean, he's a nice guy and all, but hey, you better learn how to drive that sleigh. That's all I'm saying.
Well, did he say ho, 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 and hey, 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 and all that stuff? When
He didn't call me no names. He better not have. Because I've really been mad.
Huh. Wow.
I had to hear to him.
Well, at least you had some excitement.
That was about it. You know, the old crow Harvey, he was wandering around earlier in the day. I think he was a little 3 feet to the wind.
Harvey
he
was
Lake Pleasant.
Harvey was, yeah.
He was Lake Pleasant.
Yeah, I heard reports about that too. So, and
Well,
I haven't seen him for several days.
I don't have to live with him. I stay in my own corner of the world, and I don't worry about what goes on between him and what's your name, Miss Pete? What's your name? Ernestine.
Miss Ernestine, yes.
Sorry. A little bit of pipe smoke down my pipe.
I see that.
But I'm all right now.
That's
Oh, man. That knocked the curl out of my hair.
well, Gertrude.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that you were okay.
Oh yes, we're
Now that I know that, I'll be able to get my shot of whiskey and get to bed.
I hate to ask you this, knowing that you have that big pig farm here on the Funny Farm. Did you buy any?
I have a big funny farm.
Did you by any chance happen to have ham for Christmas dinner?
You know not. Wouldn't do that to my precious lady. What are you talking about?
I just asked because
No.
there are so many people that has ham for Christmas dinner. Okay.
Don't say the word.
Okay.
Don't you be saying the H word.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I won't say that.
All right. Then me and you still on good terms, Pops.
Okay. All right. Anyhow, other than almost getting run over by a reindeer, you're all right. Everything is well with you.
Well, you know, all I can say, God bless America. I hope 2020 brings me better luck than 2019.
Do you make?
You know, Harvey and I got into it, and then, I had the problem where they tore up my yard and left the hole, and my pigs ran away. Do you remember all them episodes?
Yeah, I do.
Harvey was behind all of that mess. And you know what? I'm not going to forget it in 2020.
Gertrude, I need to ask you a question.
Well, that's what you said the last question.
Well,
how many do you hate to ask me?
All right, let me ask you another question, Gertrude.
Don't make it too complicated.
No, it won't be. It won't be. Every year, millions of people make New Year's resolutions. Do you make any New Year's resolutions?
Well, I certainly do on January 1st.
You're what?
And I forget them by January 2nd.
Well, as of today, what is going to be your New Year's resolution?
Well, let me tell you. My first is to get a wig so I don't have to wear these curlers all the time. My second is hopefully I get a new robe that zips up the front so I don't have to keep tying this belt.
So that's your...
And let's see. No, I am going to improve my sharpshooter skills with my rifle. That's it. No biggies.
No
biggies.
And that's your 3 New Year's resolutions.
And I'm going to be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
And you remind me of that when you see me flying off the handle, Pop.
Well, sometimes I remind you of what you want me to remind you of, and then you get mad at me because I reminded you of what you wanted me to remind you of.
Hey, I have nothing to say.
Gertrude,
Nothing, no.
I sure do appreciate you calling in tonight.
Well, as long as everything is okay up down the hill, I'm going to be able to put my head on my pillow and sleep.
Well, everything up here on the hill is just fine. And I thank
And
you.
every down in Hog Hollow is fine, too.
And I thank you for being concerned, and I thank you for calling to make sure that everything up here on the hill was all right.
All right, Pop. You have a fine evening.
All right.
And maybe I'll see you around the farm.
All right, Gertrude. You take
All
care.
right, Pop.
Bye.
No problem, Pops.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, you just got to love her. You got to love her. I mean, she is, sometimes she is rude and crude, but you just got to love Miss Gertrude. Gertrude Duflicki is her name. Wow.
Meet me where the meadows grow by the water hole. Lucid dreams of you and me. Sky high, busy life, I wanna live. Oh, muscle tight, early light, cleanse down jaw. Say my name or say it twice. Shed this layer of overthinking. Oh, I don't wanna be less than I can be. Waterfalls wash me. The wicked drowning water, let go, wicked water. Wicked drowning water. I don't wanna be less than I can be. Waterfalls wash me and cleanse me. The wicked drowning water, let go, wicked water. Wicked drowning water. Let's go on the longest journey far away. See elephant out in the wild. Forget every word we've ever known. Sunrise, sunset, hopes and dreams and regret. Now it's all the same. Call me out from my shadow self. It's time I can tell. I don't wanna be less than I can be. Waterfalls wash me. The wicked drowning water, let go, wicked water. Wicked drowning water. I don't wanna be less than I can be. Waterfalls wash me and cleanse me. The wicked drowning water, let go, wicked water. Wicked drowning water. We're not gonna waste our time. We're not gonna stress, not gonna make a mess. Oh, no, I don't wanna be less than I can be. No waterfalls wash me. The wicked drowning water, let go, wicked water. You wicked drowning water. I wanna be less than I can be. Waterfalls wash
listening to the George Espenlaub Show, coming to you live from the Funny Farm. That's the gang from the Funny Farm that you hear cheering in the background. You're listening to the George Espenlaub Show, coming to you live from the Funny Farm in a place called Our World, and it is a lot safer here in our world than it is in yours. And it has been repeated over and over again that there have been many people come here. Very few have decided, that's the key word, very few have decided to leave. They like it here. Once you come, you get to meet the characters that's here at the Funny Farm, the way things are run, the way things are done, the fun that we have. Very few people hate to leave.
Oi, 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 oi.
And that is our friend Peter. He's been here for a long time. We're trying to do something with that about his cough, but he don't seem too concerned about it, so we just get out of his way and give him room and let him do his thing. We just jumped on here tonight, the 26th of December, the day after Christmas, the evening after Christmas, just to clue you in on a few things that are taking place. If you missed our live stream show this morning with Ed Temple, Randy Osborne, and Dr. Kent Hovind from Alabama, you missed a goodie. But I just checked. As of now, we have had 1,100 views on our live stream that we had at 12 o'clock noon today. And it's all because of you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tell people about it. Go to the George Espenlaub Show. That's on Facebook. The George Espenlaub Show. And there you can see what I'm talking about. All of our live streaming shows are on there. You can pick one, some, or all of them. We have had some tremendous guests, interesting topics, things that will thrill you, things that will challenge you, things that will inspire you. And we anticipate on doing the same, if not better, in 2020. So go to the George Espenlaub Show page on Facebook and check out our live stream video that we did at 12 o'clock noon today. I believe it will excite you. Very, very, very interesting, but yet so very, very simple. And I thank our guests for being with us today. I think I covered everything, although I probably didn't. I'm so glad that Gertrude called. I'm so glad. I looked down there yesterday, and I didn't see any activity, and I was just wondering how she was. Now, you just can't approach Gertrude's farm. I mean, you've got to go through the proper protocol to, get access to Gertrude, because, let's say she keeps a well-fortified position. How's that? So you just don't go marching onto her farm without being announced or invited, because you just never know what might happen if you do otherwise. But I'm so glad she called tonight and left us know. Sometimes she's rude and crude, but what you see is what you get, and we sure do love Gertrude Duflicky here at the Funny Farm, and In fact, we love everybody here at the Funny Farm.
I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. What goes up must come down. There's lots of friendly faces all around, and nothing's ever lifting me higher than a touch of your sweet desire. Well, we're all built and right. We just have to hold on through the night. As long as we are watching the fire, we'll be safe from the devil's choir. I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. Yeah, yeah. When things go wrong, it's easy to sing a sad song. Seems like nothing comes for free. Yeah. And it won't take a lot. Your fragile soul will soon be strong. I'll carry you so tenderly. What I wanna say is that I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. Breaks my heart seeing you struggle with the things you do, carrying the one on your shoulder. When did we become so much older? Now I wish I could say that all my troubles gonna blow away, but I won't quit until it gets better, even if it takes me forever. I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. Hey, we can make it. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. We can make it if we try.
We're just about ready to get out of here. I thank you for spending some time with us this evening. We didn't do a whole awful lot. We gave you some info. We shared some things with you. We played some music. We had a phone call. So we had a delightful evening, and I thank you. But Charlie wants to do this thing one more time. I told you he'd want to. And so we're going to do that before we get out of here. So, Charlie, yes, this one's for you, buddy.
Oh, I'm slipping away, so don't let me go, nah, 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 nah. I'm all up in that love haze, so where do we go, nah, nah? Just let me know that I am safe here in your arms. I wanna stay, stay. I'm
Well, friends, Romans, and countrymen, thank you for spending some time with us tonight here on the George Espenlaub Show. I trust that wherever you're at, whatever time it is, I trust that you'll have a delightful night or a very, very pleasant day. We sure have enjoyed being with you this evening. It wasn't for a long time. We didn't do a whole lot, but we were here nonetheless. It lifted our spirits up if it didn't lift anyone else's up. But I thank each and every one of you that are listening. Thank you for all of our viewers. Continue to push those live streams out. I think I mentioned that the live stream we did at noon is up over 1,000 now. So keep pushing that out. People need to see it. People need to hear it. So help us get that out. We'll be on the air tomorrow. I don't know exactly in what form. So go to the George Espenlaub Show on Facebook, and we'll keep you informed of what's happening as soon as we figure out what's happening. It's that herky-jerky time of year, you know what I'm saying? A lot of in, a lot of out, a lot of this, a lot of that. But I hope you're having as much fun doing it as we are. So, everybody, from me, all the gang here at the Funny Farm, if it's nighttime, you have a great night. If it's already daytime, you have a very pleasant day. But regardless of where you are and regardless of what time it is, be nice one to another. Be kind one to another. Find someone and give them a little pat on the back. Maybe a little hug. Sometimes just a smile will go a long way also. But be kind one to another. Love one another. And until we meet again, thank you for tuning in. And I trust and I pray that God will keep you right in the center of His hand. Good night, everyone.